Well, I am back on the roof, and it is not for anything fun.
If you've been watching recently, you'll have remembered that we've been dealing with this skylight issue for a couple weeks now, and we had trouble getting the skylight replacement parts from Grand Design, and the patch that I did previously just did not work. So today we are going to take care of that problem once and for all.
The patch I did, I believe in the last episode for the skylight, it mostly worked, but it's still leaking, and it's just a crack that I can't really get to because the sealant is where it is. So we ended up finding a replacement, and we're just going to go ahead and replace the entire skylight. So that's what I'm going to do right now. See, there's still some water inside there. All right, so check this out. This stuff is not really doing a good job sealing, so that's our problem. So this stuff's just coming right up. It's all dried out. It should not be this hard. So when it's that hard, it's not really doing anything. The other thing I love is that this thing is not screwed in the way I thought it was. So this is a little bit shocking. Oh, there is a screw there. Okay, those are screws right there. So these are all screws. They did every other or every third one. But this stuff's gonna come up a lot easier than I thought it was. And that's because it's all dried out and not really performing the way it should.
Alright, I got most of the sealant off, and I am shocked to see that every screw spot is basically shattered. So there are tons and tons of places on the skylight where water can get in, not just the cracks that I saw superficially on the top. So we need to get this thing off and put the new one on, and make sure that we don't over tighten like the factory did. And maybe it wasn't the factory that over tightened it, but clearly through vibration or some other means, this thing's completely cracked and ruined. So it's got to go.
Alright, so getting this stuff up, it's really stuck to this TPO. So I think I'm just going to leave it here, but we're going to clean all this up before we put the new top down, so that the new Duraflex will cover that nicely. Alright, this is the new unit. Oh, I see there's a little dirt in there. We're going to clean that up. The new unit fits right in place, so that's good. The holes don't line up, so that's concerning, but we'll take care of that. All right, so this time I put screws in every single hole instead of every other third hole. And thank you to Charlie, my solar install genius. He gifted me this awesome container with all these extra screws that were perfect for the job. All right, that stuff's going to keep settling for another while, and then it should smooth itself all out and look pretty good. And hopefully no more leaks. But we're not done up here. I've got another project.
Our AC stopped working recently. The air blows, but the compressor won't come on. So we need to figure out what's wrong. If your AC is turning on and you hear it click, but it's not getting cold, there's a high probability that your capacitor is going to be your problem. Various ACs will have either one or two capacitors. This one happens to have one capacitor that's a combo. One thing you need to know about capacitors is they hold a charge even when everything's turned off. So you can still get shocked very badly by this capacitor. That's why I'm using electrician's pliers, and the secret here is you actually want to short out the capacitor and touch two sides, and that'll make sure that all the power is discharged safely so that when you touch the capacitor, you're not going to get shocked.
Bought the wrong capacitor because I wasn't paying attention. That was the day of the solar install. So this is a project for another day. It's the night before the RV family rally, and it was like 80 degrees. Those kids over there are very loud. It was like 80 degrees, so it's gonna be a hot week, and our air conditioner wasn't working, so I went ahead and got a capacitor, which I think I have inside. Yeah, I haven't brought it out here yet. But anyway, whenever you have a part like the capacitor on an AC brake, especially when you're heading to someplace like Alaska, just order two. That's the golden rule. So that the next time it breaks, you already have one available instead of having to wait for it. So we had to wait about 2 weeks to get ours because we couldn't, for whatever reason, Amazon would not let you ship a capacitor to an Amazon locker. So we had to wait till we could get to somewhere where they'd allow us to ship it. But we have AC again. It was that easy. Just switching the capacitor, literally like 5 wires and like 8 screws. Not a big deal. It's working. Nice. All right, so this is the capacitor that blew on the AC unit. And you really want to pay attention to that 6 and 15 right there. Also that it's 370 volt, and then that's 50 and 60 hertz. So those were the 3 numbers that were important when I talked to a HVAC guy when we were trying to find one of these. You also want to look to see exactly how many connections that yours has on top. So most residentials will only have the first 2, that third one at the bottom, they usually don't have. You can get multiple capacitors to replace this, so you can get the 60 and then the 15 by itself, but my space in my AC unit did not have room for 2 capacitors, so I got the perfect replacement combo unit. So they also have like the serial number and like a QR code. That QR code didn't help me at all, but check yours. That might give you a better chance at finding this, because this thing was hard to find online. So you can see the new one on the left here does not have a QR code or anything on it, so just pay attention to the numbers, make sure you get the right one. I initially ordered the wrong one. Did not try to connect up the wrong one because that could be bad. So make sure the numbers match, and then it should start working again. All right, so AC's fixed. The other skylight's fixed. We replaced this one as well. We just went ahead and did both of them at the same time. Turned out this one had all the same problems. So yeah, if you like this kind of content and you want to see me fix the next thing that breaks, then you'll be sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. We'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching.